Good afternoon. Today's topic is calcium channel blockers. We will see what all the different types of drugs which are used as calcium channel blockers. And the main category of these calcium channel blockers are antihypertensive agents. So before we proceed into the uh, type of drugs that we use in the as a calcium channel blockers, let us see what are the different types of calcium channels that are present in the body. There are, of course, 9 different types of calcium channels present. The 4 are very important to us. And see, the 4 types of channels are named as the P-type channel, P-type calcium channel, and N-type calcium channel. So in this, again, the P-type is known as, it is known as transient. It stands for transient type of calcium channel. And the L stands for long lasting type of calcium channel. Similarly, P stands for Purkinje type of calcium channel. N stands for type of calcium channels. See, of these uh, 4 types of calcium channels, the one which we are studying is about the long-lasting calcium channel. So these long-lasting calcium channels are present in the myocardium. Mainly, they are present in myocardium, heart muscle, and as well as smooth muscles of, that is smooth muscles of the muscles. These are the main places where these L types of calcium ion channels are present. Then we have the transient type. So they are mainly present in the pacemaker and so on. But for our class, we need this L type of calcium calcium channels, because all the calcium channels will be acting on the so-called L-type calcium ion channels, and thereby they will produce the antihypertensive activity. So the different types of calcium channel blockers, that is mainly the chemical class of these calcium channel blockers, are as follows. The first category is 1,4-dihydropyridines, or 1,4-dihydropyridine class. So because this is the pyridine nucleus we have here, so this is the pyridine nucleus, and dihydro. See, pyridine nucleus is like this. So if it is in this form, then this is pyridine. Okay, but there is addition of one molecule of hydrogen to it, and thereby it has become partially saturated, and this is how the nucleus has been formed. And that's why dihydro, 2 hydrogens are being added. That's why at what places? At 1 and 4th place. That is the first and the, this is first and 4th place addition has been taken. That's why these compounds are known as 1,4-dihydropyridine class. So this is the example for the 1,4-dihydropyridine class is the nifedipine. So this is the full structure of nifedipine. And the second chemical class of calcium channel blockers are phenyl alkyl amines. Okay, so phenyl alkyl amines. So this is the structure of phenyl alkyl amines. So and the example in this class is verapamil. Okay, and this is the structure of verapamil. And then the third chemical class of calcium ion channel blockers is benzothiazepines. Okay, so benzothiazepine. Azepine is 7-membered ring. Okay, and it is having the sulfur. That's why thiazepine. Okay, so this is thiazepine, benzothiazepine. So azepine ring is thiazepine ring is fused with benzene. That's why this class is known as benzothiazepine. And the in this class, the example is diltiazem is the example of these benzothiazepines. And coming to the fourth class, the last chemical class of calcium channel blockers is diamino propanol ethers. Diamino propanol ethers. So the example of this particular class is bepredil, and the structure of the bepredil is shown here. Okay, so these are the four classes. The four classes are, once again, we can say 1,4-dihydropyridines. Example, epidepine, phenyl alkyl amines, there is verapamil, then benzothiazepines, then it is the diltiazem, and diamino propanol ethers, then bepredil is the structure. And then different, coming to the first class of compounds, that is the first class is what we have discussed is 1,4-dihydropyridines. 1,4-dihydropyridines, which is commonly abbreviated as 1,4 DH for hydro, P for pyridines, 1,4-DHPS. So in exam also they ask you write about 1,4-DHPS. So it has been asked in previous question purpose also. Please remember 1,4-DHPS means 1,4-dihydropyridines. Then here are the some of the examples or some more examples of category of 1,4-dihydropyridines. This is the common structure for 1,4-dihydropyridines, and we have the substitution at the C3 carbon, C5 carbon, and C6 carbon. So that is R1, R2. This is R1, R2, and R3 substitutions. So in this, the amlodipine, the first compound, then where R1 is CH2O, CH2, twice NH2, and R2 is CO2, CH2, CH3, and R3 is CO2, CH3. And there is one more substitution here on the C4, the benzene nucleus, which is present at the C4 carbon. So the X is the substitution on this particular benzene ring. So in the first compound, that is in amlodipine, the X is chlorine and substitution is 2. That means at this particular position, either this way or this way. So that is called the 2-chloro. Our chlorine group is present at the second position on the benzene ring. Then the next example is felodipine. There is R1 is CH3, then the R2 is CO2 CH2 CH3, and R3 is CO2 CH3. Okay. So here you can see that R2 and R3 are esters. Okay, they are methyl esters. So COOCH3 is methyl ester, and then this is also methyl ester. So in almost all the cases, the R3 is the methyl ester. Okay, then, and these are ethyl esters, C2H5, COOC2H5. So these are ethyl esters. In most of the cases, we have the ethyl esters. Okay, and in case of nicardine, it is not, it is a substituted ester at the R2, and whereas R1 is methyl. See, if you look into the common structures, except for amlodipine, so they'll be asked in GPAT question, and except for amlodipine, all the R1 substitution is methyl. So even if you want to write in the long type of questions, if they ask you 1,4-dihydropyridines, so you can easily remember that all the R1 substitutions are methyl except for the amlodipine. Okay, and similarly, if you look into the other class, except for the nimodipine and nicardipine. Nimodipine and nicardipine. See, the R3 substitution is almost methyl esters. They are methyl esters. Okay, and except for the amlodipine and philodipine, again a GPAT question. In amlodipine and philodipine, the X substitution is, or the C4 benzene is substituted with chlorine, the single chlorine in amlodipine, and whereas two chlorines, that is second and third position in philodipine. Then coming to the nicardine, nifedipine, nimodipine, and nisaldipine. See, if you look into the starting letter of all these compounds, N, N, N. Okay, so it starts with N, and if you look into the substitution on the X, that is the substitution at the X position, then they are all nitro groups. Okay, so nitro group again, if you look into it, it is either at the second position or third position. So in nicardipine it is third, in nifedipine it is second, and nimodipine it is third, and nisaldipine it is the second. So this is how you can easily remember all those compounds which start with nitrogen are having the X substituent as nitro group, or all those compounds which are whose letter is starting with N, all of them have X substitution as nitro, but the position is whether it is on second position or third position. So this is how you can easily remember the tabular column or the examples for the 1,4-dihydropyridines. Okay, then coming to the SAR of 1,4-dihydropyridines. The common structure for 1,4-dihydropyridines is we have written here. Okay, so if you just look into this, so this is the 1,4-dihydropyridine common structure. This is it. And coming to the SAR, the first point in this particular one is, that is phenyl ring at C4 position. Phenyl ring at C4 position optimizes activity. That is, if the ring is present at the fourth position of the pyridine 1,4-dihydropyridine nucleus, then optimum activity is seen. You cannot substitute this, that is the benzene ring at C4 at any other places except for the C4. Okay. Then apart from the benzene ring, okay, apart from this benzene ring, we can also have heteroaromatic compounds like pyridine, okay, which also have the same activity as that of the ones which have the benzene ring. They have, though they have the similar therapeutic activity, but in animal studies they have found that the toxicity is seen with the pyridine nucleus. So please kindly remember that this is another a GPAT question. Okay, then small polar alkyl or cycloalkyl groups can be present here instead of the benzene ring, but the thing is there is decrease in activity. Instead of the benzene ring, you can also have small polar alkyl groups or cycloalkyl groups, but there is decrease in activity. And coming to the second SAR point here, the phenyl ring substitution, that is the X, we have seen in the examples of all nicardipine, nimodipine. Okay, so in all those, the X is a nitro compound. So the X is very important for the X substitution on the benzene is very important for size and as well as position rather than the electronic nature. So that means the for proper orientation and size of the substitution is important for the activity instead of whether the group is electron donating or electron withdrawing. That is, electronic nature of that particular substituent is not important. Then ortho or meta substitution, that means second or third position substitution possesses optimal activity. The same thing we have seen in the nimodipine, nicardipine and all. So there were either substituted at second position or third position. Okay, and none of the compounds are substituted at the para position. That is, they should compulsory there must be a substitution, and the substitution should not be at para position. It should be at only an ortho and meta. So when it is ortho and meta, there is optimal activity, whereas the substituted or para substituted decreases the activity. Then coming to the same point in the second point, say all commercially available 1,4-DHPs have electron withdrawing. Okay, electron withdrawing. NO2 group is an electron withdrawing group. Okay, then chlorines also. Okay, so in most of the compounds we have seen that there are only two substitutions on X, and these are chlorine and nitro. Okay, and the withdrawing groups, that is their electron withdrawing either ortho or meta position, not an absolute requirement. So it is not a must condition that they must be electron withdrawing. So even electron donating groups at same position also have shown the activity. So though we have most of the compounds are electron withdrawing, but even electron donating groups also will show the activity. Then ortho and meta substitutions provides a sufficient bulk to the lock the conformation of the 1,4-DHPs. That is how it is going to form a lock such that C4 aromatic ring is perpendicular to the 1,4-DHPs. What does this mean? Okay, so if you look into the structure of 1,4-dihydropyridine, so this one should be, that is the substituted carbon must be at right angles to the, okay, so why? Because when there is a substitution at the other position, this will, that is the group, that is you have, we know that steric hindrance. So steric hindrance will make this molecule to orient in the so-called the lock, that is perpendicular. So this will be perpendicular to the 1,4-dihydropyridine only where there is substitution at ortho and meta position. Then coming to the third point, 1,4-dihydropyridine is essential for activity. We cannot remove this 1,4-DHP and cannot be substituted with any other things. And then in the 1,4-DHPs, substitution at the N1 or use of oxidized, that is the piperidine nucleus, or reduced one, either pyridine ring, all of them will lead to reduction in activity or reduction or sometimes even abolition of activity is seen if the substitution at N1 is done, or if the pyridine nucleus is oxidized or reduced. Then coming to the fourth point, ester groups at C3 and C5 positions optimizes the activity. So we have seen the methyl esters and ethyl esters which are present on the C5 and C3 position. Other electron withdrawing groups shows reduced antagonistic activity. So apart from these methyl esters or ethyl esters, so if electron withdrawing groups other than these are present, it leads to reduction in activity, that is antagonistic activity, and may even show antagonistic activity. Even the activity, nature of activity, that is can also sometimes be reversed if it other than electron withdrawing groups are present. So the best example for this is the replacement of C3 ester of istradipine with a NO2 group produces a calcium channel activator. So remember, this is an important GPAT question. So if the CF3 position is substituted with a NO2 group, so not only they are methyl esters or ethyl esters, but if you substitute with the electron withdrawing group of here NO2, it produces calcium channel activator. So that's why we should not call this 1,4-dihydropyridines as calcium. We should call them as calcium channel activators. The actual names that should be given to these 1,4-dihydropyridines must be calcium channel modulators instead of calcium channel blockers, because the substitution at the C3 and C5 will decide whether it is an antagonist or antagonist or agonist. Okay. Then the fifth point, when esters at C5, C3 and C5 are present, okay, then that means they must be non-identical. Okay, if they are non-identical, then the C4 carbon becomes chiral, and whereas the stereochemistry is seen. And in this when this stereochemistry comes into play, then we have the two types of compounds that can be formed. That is, C3 and C5 positions of the 1,4-dihydropyridines ring are not equivalent positions. So in such cases, when they are C3 and C5 are substituted with asymmetrical esters, then there is a formation of the uh, stereoisomers. Then coming to the crystal structure of nifedipine, if you see, which is a symmetrical molecule, that means at C3 position, the methyl esters are present. Then in such cases, it shows that C3 carbonyl is synplanar to C2 and C3 bond, and whereas C5 carbonyl is antiplanar to C5 and C6. So what is this antiplanar and synplanar? So if you look into the structure of the uh, 1,4-dihydropyridines. So here, uh, please look into the structure here. So this is the common structure we have written, and see when the double bonds are far apart from here. Okay, so this particular part only we have just drawn in this place, and similarly this particular part, okay, we have drawn here. So when do you call antiplanar and when do you call it as synplanar? So here antiplanar means when the carbonyl group and the double bond in the 1,4-dihydropyridines are far away each other, then we say they are antiplanar in relationship between carbonyl group and double bond. And opposite to that is, see, if the double bonds of 1,4-dihydropyridine and the carbonyl group are on the same side, then we call them as synplanar. That is synplanar relationship between the carbonyl group and the double bond. Then coming to the so which of them is active? So asymmetrical compounds have shown enhanced selectivity for specific blood vessels. That is, asymmetrical group means whenever there is a C3 and C5 substitutions are different, they are not identical esters. So nifedipine is the only symmetrical compound in the chemical class. So this is another GPAT question. Please note down. The nifedipine is the only symmetrical compound in this chemical class, where the C3 and C5 are substituted with the same type of esters. And the last point in the 1,4-dihydropyridines SAR is all 1,4-dihydropyridines have C2 and C6 methyl groups except amlodipine. This is also one of the important GPAT question. Okay, so there are nearly 4 to 5 GPAT questions which have appeared only from the SAR of 1,4-dihydropyridines. You can see how important is this 1,4-dihydropyridines in terms of the competitive exams. The enhanced potency of amlodipine versus nifedipine. Okay. So amlodipine is the only one where the C3 and C5 substitutions are different. So which suggests that 1,4-dihydro receptor can tolerate, that is, larger substituents at this position, and then enhanced activity can be obtained by altering these groups. Okay, so this is the SAR of 1,4-dihydro